Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. I have to tell you, the news that just dropped is nothing short of a game changer for the Browns and the entire AFC North. We're witnessing a strategic move that could reshape the quarterback landscape for Cleveland in 2025 and beyond. It's something that's been brewing for a while, and now it's finally happening. Cleveland, known for their resilience and fighting spirit, is making a bold move that could have ripple effects across the division, especially considering how competitive the AFC North has been over the past few seasons. So, what's the big deal? Well, the Browns have officially traded Dillon Gabriel to the Miami Dolphins in exchange for a 2026 fourth-round pick. That might seem like just another trade on the surface, but if you look deeper, it's a calculated move by Cleveland's front office, and it's all about roster flexibility, future planning, and making sure they're positioned to compete at the highest level this season. Let's break down what this means for the Browns, for Gabriel, and for the AFC North as a whole, because this isn't just about a player moving teams. It's about the strategic chess game that NFL teams are constantly playing, and Cleveland has just made a bold move that signals their intent to be serious contenders. First, let's talk about the quarterback situation in Cleveland. Heading into 2025, the Browns find themselves in a bit of a unique position. They have a roster that's talented and deep at the position, but also somewhat uncertain in terms of who will emerge as the starter. On one side, you have Joe Flacco, the veteran leader who returned to Cleveland in 2025 after leading the team to the playoffs during the 2023 season. Flacco's experience, command of the offense, and poise under pressure make him a strong candidate to be the starting quarterback once again. He's the guy who brings stability, especially in high-stakes moments, and his leadership in the locker room is undeniable. But on the other hand, the Browns drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round of this year's draft, and man, he's been turning heads. Despite being a later pick, Sanders has impressed everyone during training camp and the preseason. Reports say that he's shown remarkable command of the offense, a relentless work ethic, and some intangible qualities that coaches love. Chris Canty, a former NFL champion, even went as far as to call him the leader in the clubhouse for the starting job, which is a huge vote of confidence for a rookie. Now, this creates an interesting dilemma for the Browns. Sanders, currently QB3, is climbing the ranks, and if he continues to impress, the team might have a real competition on their hands. Flacco, with his veteran savvy, could still hold onto the starting role, especially if the team is in win-now mode and needs that reliable quarterback. But the real question is, what about Dillon Gabriel? That's where things get really intriguing. Gabriel, a third-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, has shown flashes of potential that make him a very interesting player. He's got the tools, the mobility, and the accuracy to thrive in the right system. But in Cleveland, with Sanders rising and Flacco's experience, his path to playing time isn't exactly straightforward. This is where the strategic move comes in. The Browns, recognizing that Gabriel's future might be limited in Cleveland, especially if Sanders continues to develop and Flacco remains the steady veteran, have decided to explore trading him. It's a smart move, really. Instead of letting Gabriel's value stagnate or diminish on the bench, they're shipping him off to a team that needs a young, developmental quarterback and fits his style perfectly: the Miami Dolphins. Now, this isn't just about the Browns getting rid of a player they're not sure about. It's about the broader picture. Cleveland is clearly building for the future, and they see value in recouping a mid-round pick for Gabriel, who might not have a clear path to significant snaps this season. Meanwhile, Miami gets a talented backup with a style that mirrors their starter, Tua Tagovailoa. And that's no small thing. Because Tua, as we all know, is one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league, especially in Mike McDaniel's offense, which emphasizes timing, quick throws, and yards after the catch. If you remember during this year's draft cycle, we pointed out the similarities between Dillon Gabriel and Tua Tagovailoa. Both are highly accurate, excellent ball placement quarterbacks who thrive within structured, rhythm-based offenses. Gabriel's college career, spanning UCF, Oklahoma, and Oregon, demonstrated his adaptability and ability to operate efficiently in different systems. His quick release, ability to make precise throws on slants, outs, and screens are reminiscent of Tua's style of play. And in McDaniel's offense, which relies heavily on quick decision-making and yardage after the catch, Gabriel's skill set would fit like a glove. Of course, no quarterback is perfect. Both Gabriel and Tua have their flaws, occasional lapses in red zone decision-making, some inconsistencies on intermediate throws. But that's part of the development process, and teams like Miami are adept at molding young quarterbacks who have the tools to succeed in their system. For the Dolphins, acquiring Gabriel isn't just about having a backup. It's about having a cost-controlled, system-friendly quarterback who can step in seamlessly if needed. With Tua's durability concerns, especially given his injury history, Miami needs a reliable insurance policy, someone who understands their offense and can be ready when called upon. Gabriel checks all those boxes, and at a price point that makes sense for a team looking to contend now and in the future. Now, let's reflect a bit on what this move tells us about the Browns. Cleveland is no longer just a team trying to find their identity. They're actively making strategic moves to optimize their roster. Moving Gabriel for future draft capital signals that they're confident in their current quarterback room, or at least they're betting on Sanders' development and Flacco's veteran presence. It's a bold statement, a sign that they're focused on contending this year but also planning for what's next. This trade also echoes a broader NFL trend, teams valuing quarterback flexibility and leveraging young talent for future assets. Cleveland is doing just that, and it's a smart play. They're not just giving up on Gabriel, they're positioning themselves to have options, to keep their roster flexible, and to maximize their chances at a deep playoff run. And what does this mean for the AFC North? Well, it's a reminder that the division is never static. Teams are constantly adjusting, looking for that edge over rivals like the Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers. Cleveland's willingness to make bold moves shows they're committed to staying competitive and not resting on their laurels. This kind of strategic play could be the difference in tight division battles, especially if other teams are also making moves to strengthen their quarterback rooms. Looking ahead, it's fascinating to think about how Gabriel will fit in Miami's offense. Tua's style, combined with Gabriel's skill set, could create interesting scenarios in the Dolphins' offensive game plan. Plus, it gives the Browns a chance to fine-tune their roster, figure out who will be the guy under center, and plan their next steps accordingly. Maybe they'll look to add a veteran or develop Sanders further, but for now, this trade marks a significant chapter in Cleveland's ongoing quest for NFL dominance. And for Gabriel, moving to Miami offers a fresh start. It's an opportunity to develop behind one of the league's most efficient passers, to learn and grow within a system that plays to his strengths, and to showcase his talent on a national stage. He's got the tools, accuracy, mobility, and intelligence. It's just about putting it all together in the right environment, and Miami might just be that environment for him. This move underscores how dynamic and strategic the NFL has become. It's not just about raw talent, it's about fit, development, and future planning. Cleveland's front office clearly sees the big picture, and they're making moves that could pay off for years to come. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are adding a piece that could be pivotal in their quest for Super Bowl, especially if injuries or struggles hit Tua. So Browns fans, I know this news might be bittersweet, losing a promising young quarterback like Gabriel, but at the same time, understanding the strategic importance of the move. It's all about building a team that can compete now and sustain success in the future. Cleveland is always a team that fights, that adapts, and that's exactly what they're doing here. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you see Gabriel developing into a future star in Miami? Are you excited about the future of the Browns' quarterback room? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Thanks for watching, and let's keep supporting our Browns through thick and thin.